Welcome back. We are now on episode 3 of the GEO Journey with Lomit Patel and myself, Paris Childress. Thank you all for joining, for those who are joining live. And today we are going to now talk about Lomit's journey and into GEO, and particularly why he chose to work with us, with GEO Forge, with me. And we're going to hopefully have a little bit of time to look at the platform itself today and work through, honestly, work through some of the bugs, because we are at an early stage. We're still squashing a lot of bugs. But anyway, let me say hi to you, Lomit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Paris. How you doing? Excited? Hi, everyone. Excited to another episode and, just share what we're doing on this journey together.
Yeah, great. So the theme of this episode, Lomit, is why did you choose to work with us? Because GEO is already getting really crowded. I mean, there are lots of, a lot of people now are claiming to be experts, and some of them are ex-SEO people. Some of them are just brand new to the whole marketing scene. How do you sift through all this noise? I'm sure you're getting hit up all the time from people saying they can build these agents for you, they can do this or do that. Your LinkedIn feed probably looks like mine, with all these people boasting about all these amazing leads that they've generated with AI. Well, help me make sense of all this. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I probably get hit up at least twice, if not like 3 or 4 times a day, from someone who's claiming to be an expert in GEO, or a platform or an agency that's trying to hit us up for this service. To be honest, I think, the bigger question is, there's just so much noise out there around GEO. And, how do you really decide, which company or which partner do you want to trust? I would say, Paris, obviously, you and I have known each other for a while, so that helps, because I know your history in terms of, all of the great work that you've done in your agency and have done, with digital marketing and SEO. But the reality is, ultimately, the reason that what I choose, and I've gone through a couple of different evolutions in terms of being, I like to be an early adopter into new tech versus trying to, follow and catch on. And I did this, which is what I wrote my book about, Lean AI. We were really early into trying to figure out the problem around how could we use AI and automation to help us to be able to get smarter around paid user acquisition, where we were able to use data to really make a lot of the decisions around adjusting bids and budgets, as well as creative iterations based on lifetime value signals. And so with GEO, but the thing that people didn't realize is, part of how we were able to achieve that was finding a partner that was really deep into that tech, someone that I knew, and that became the layer that sat between us and a lot of the channels that we worked with, like Google and Facebook and everyone else. And so with GEO, the same question is, I want to work with a partner that is really taking a first principle approach to solving this, and not really coming from the bent of using SEO and bolting on GEO, which is what a lot of platforms are doing. Or, I don't want to work with someone who doesn't really understand marketing. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that want to just jump onto this, but when you go to their LinkedIn profiles, I mean, some, if not most, haven't even graduated from college and just want to sort of join this gold rush. And, the reason why I chose to work with you more than anything else is because we're going to co-create this together. And what I mean by that is, people may not know, but, Paris and I have been talking about this for months. And, a lot of the product that you're going to start seeing with GEO Forge is a product where I have had a lot of influence in terms of the roadmap, in terms of how the product is being evolved and how it's being built. And that's the main thing. A lot of people that reach out to me, coming up with ready-made solutions which are half-baked. I don't want to be joining the party. I want to be helping to organize and host a party. And that's what we're doing here. And, ultimately, what we're building here is a product that's going to be focused on the use cases that I want to be solving, not only at TYB, but, the use cases that I know that are going to continue to come up for someone like me who heads up growth and marketing. We have these use cases. And so that's the thing that, I ended up, wanting to work with you more than anything else, is the co-creation piece that we're going to be able to do together.
Well, thank you for that, Loma. Thank you for those kind words. And I'm seeing a lot of the same thing. And I think it's for those out there listening, I'm guessing that your LinkedIn feeds look in some way like mine. There are a lot of people who are trying to debate for comments so that they can go viral. And they're saying, I can give you my system that generated this amount of revenue, this amount of leads. And I don't know, I'm skeptical. There is a little bit of the FOMO going on, I have to admit. I think that's natural. But in the end, I mean, we're all exploring this new area together, and I'm trying to stay grounded in the marketing principles that have gotten me to this point. And one of those principles that I believe is to try to capture the voice of the customer and to try to provide that voice of the customer to AI, so AI can train and learn on that and connect that with your brand. And that's one of the core tenets of GEO Forge, is we put a huge amount of emphasis on the knowledge base, the quality of the knowledge base. And we want to be able to train AI about your brand in ways that it can't find just on your website or what's already out there. So that means things like recording the sales calls and recording other meetings where you're talking to customers and you have the actual questions worded in the voice of those customers, not in the voice of a keyword or a prompt that you think is the right prompt. So, but anyway, Lomit, I do appreciate that, and I think the whole point of the show is that we're going to be co-creating this together. We're going to be exploring the platform. I'm looking to you to give me some ideas of how we can improve it. And with that, anytime you're ready, we can jump right into it and explore where you are right now with it.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Actually, yeah, let me know if you can see my screen.
Oh, here it comes. Yeah, I can add it to the stage now. Yeah.
Okay.
Screen is up.
Okay. Are you able to see this? The
blog,
TYB website?
TYB blog. Yep.
Okay. Let me just give everyone some good context in terms of like how we got to where we got to. So the last 6 to 8 months, we've been really focused on SEO here at TYB. And so, a lot of that was really based on coming up with great blog content around specific keywords, around community commerce, loyalty, e-commerce, direct to consumer. And if you look at this, I have published over 100 different articles on the TYB blog site. And, just to give you kind of a quick snapshot, all of these pages are ranking really well now. They're like in the top 3 or 4 placements, if not, number 1, rank well across all the different devices. Needless to say, we've nailed SEO here at TYB, and, organic is, a big channel for us to get discovered. But